High as Fuck podcast with your boys
Matt Jackson
and Joe motherfucking Cool. And we are here tonight
again
with
another
podcast with another interview.
Yeah, it's the third one in a row right now.
Yeah,
together.
Yeah,
you know, I did get my feet wet a long time ago, but
you did.
You know, a little wet. Now, damn, I got a little skittish sometimes. But now I'm over that shit. I'm over it. Damn, we are moving on up. Moving on up. And we got some big deals coming up, too, as soon as I move or whatnot. We've got big deals having podcast equipment and all this other stuff. And I'll have like a setup in the area specifically for it. We're soundproofed.
We're working on
growing it a little more.
Getting it hosted on a website.
Yep, we got a website that we're going to be hosting it on. Joe Cool down. Fix that up real quick. But yeah, we've got big things popping off in the future. Like I told you before, we have Billy Starks in the future. We've got Max Carnage in the future. We've got Slinky from Germany. He's coming up on the 11th of this month. So, we've got him. I guess that's next week. Yeah, I think. I don't even know. We got Bobby Gardner coming up. We got a lot coming up. We got a lot of different wrestlers, deep diving on different wrestlers and different styles of wrestlers, different.
And I want to say
personalities in the ring.
You were talking about Bobby Gardner. That's the referee guy you were talking about, right? Yeah. And he was saying he was just a referee. But I think
I'm just a lowly referee.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that even the referees are characters on the show.
They're important.
It's important.
Because they literally they do a lot of control of the match.
I mean, you got even like
how you gonna know if how you gonna tell somebody over there if they're hurt or you got whatever.
You think about
it's a lot to it.
Charles Robinson. He was a lead character in a lot of WWE storylines there for a while with Ric Flair or the NWO. Like he was messed around with the NWO a little bit. I'm pretty sure Charles Robinson, WCW, he was a main storyline player for a while.
Definitely. A lot of these referees this thing is wild that we smoke. We smoking this wild fucking keefed out thing. I don't even know what to call it, but big things popping. Like and subscribe. Do us a favor, go over to Twitter.
Moon Rock blunt, and it's almost joint, but it's almost the size of a blunt. It's huge.
Hey, and another thing is, like I keep saying, like a damn broken record, man, if y'all want to help us out donating to us, man, I put it in the description. I put it somewhere in the video.
This episode is brought to you by the Vape and Tobacco Store.
Yeah,
always. And Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew right now. Some damn food, wine, waters. And some Fortnite. But, anyway, so, like, if y'all want to donate, send us a couple dollars here and there. Don't matter. It goes somewhere. And I'm trying to invest in some stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy, Paul, which we're going to be sitting down with him sometime at one point, talking to them with music and stuff. But he was telling me he was going to let me use the stuff until I get my own stuff. But he was like, what I got right here is very cheap. So we're going to use that and get used to it and then get the money up. We're going to get that. No, not much. We're going to eventually get the setup. But we are about to be calling a man named Chuck Singer.
The
Iceman, Chuck Singer.
The Iceman.
So we are going to call him right now.
A professional wrestler.
And get him on the phone right now.
Yep. In 5, 4, 3, 2, calling now.
I kind of like COVID seasons and stuff and having to do phone stuff because it's really opened up the door for more of this.
I do think, though, that it would be easier to sit down and be the Highest Fuck podcast.
Oh, yeah, definitely sit down. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Fine, what's up?
All right, we got Mr. Chuck Singer on tonight. We got the Iceman himself.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, how you been today?
Do what?
How have you been today?
I'm great, man. Just hung out with my wife till she went to work and just sitting around and watching stupid TV, enjoying life.
Hell yeah. I'm very appreciative of you coming on to our show tonight.
I really appreciate y'all inviting me.
Well,
it means a lot to a guy like me.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, basically, I used to do the whole pure pro wrestling. I used to work. Yeah, I mean, not work, but I used to. Well, I did do the work, setting the rings up, stuff like that, and tried my foot in it. But I just was like, you know what? I just can't do what they do, and I'm just gonna podcast. And so that's what brought me here today. And
right
so I'm
that's good.
kind of blessed. Good. Yeah, I'm kind of blessed.
I mean, really, bro. At least you went on. Because a lot of guys, they get stuck when something bad happens in their life, or the wrestling business is very difficult, and there's a lot of guys that don't make it.
I know that.
And really, it's because of what it takes to be on top of the world. It takes a special breed of a man. And you take the WWE fans, and you take the TNA fans, and the AEW fans, and you got Mexico and Japan. And, I mean, wrestling's everywhere, and everybody's doing it. But you take guys like myself. I'm 57 years old now, and I know it's time to hang the boots up. But damn, bro. It's,
You're still having fun.
Man, it's just, I don't know. In myself, I don't even do it for the money anymore. I quit doing that years ago, Mm-hmm. I just do it to go have fun, and tell stories and have guys talk to me that's new in the business. And it's just good because a lot of the guys in the business these days aren't like the guys, when I got in the business in 1983, a long time ago. And I mean, I've had a crap load of other jobs, and I've done other stuff and sit at home, but man, there's something about wrestling. Yeah. There's something about being a superstar and being on TV, and at one time I had 4 tryouts with WWF.
Oh, mother! Wow!
Jimmy Cornette was the
booker. That's my boy.
Jimmy Cornette was the booker. Oh. And he booked me for 4 shows. I wrestled 3 of the 4. And he said, I'll get a hold of you. And never heard a word.
Wow.
Yeah. I was wrestling in Puerto Rico at the time. And I was, on top, being a bad guy. And then it was time to go home. My run was up, and it was time to leave. And it just, when you're working a territory 5 and 6 times a week, and then all of a sudden, you're not working. And that's what happens to a lot of us wrestlers. We find ourselves sitting at home, crippled up, trying to make the house payment, and and then when the phone rings, and it's, hey, you want to go here? Hell yeah, you forget everything, bro.
Yeah, I would too.
And you go. With your wife, without your wife, make her mad, whatever the case may be, you're going.
That's the sacrifice.
That's the sacrifice of the business. I mean,
what it takes to make it is what he said.
What's up?
Yeah, no.
What it takes to make it is what you said. I'm sorry, I just...
Go ahead, brother,
really
please.
struck me that you said what it takes to make it. And
yeah,
to do whatever it takes to make it. To be able to give up anything and everything.
Yes.
To be a superstar.
Yes.
And that is why he just said why people never make it in the business. That's why I could never be in the business.
See, I was in a
I love the business. Yeah. I am amazed by the business. I love wrestling. I would love to be a wrestler if I could survive that, but I couldn't sacrifice what it takes to be in the business.
I got like 2 kids now. I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to
Or
do
what
that
it
either.
could possibly take to be in the
Well,
business.
Because I have 12-year-olds, so if we go back 12 years, I couldn't still do it because I have babies, you know?
guys, I'll tell you what, it is one of the hardest industries on the planet
I knew it. I told people
to
this. They don't
be
believe me.
in.
They don't believe me.
I mean, listen, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, is the smartest son of a bitch in the business, bro.
Yes.
The absolute most talented individual you've ever seen in your life walked right into Vince McMahon. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's
He's living the dream, bro, that most of us never get the chance to live.
only Hunter Hearst Helmsley himself, or Triple
That's
H,
it.
whatever we want to call him, because we're not going to dead name him. But
Right, that's right. Thank you.
Triple H is, I've always said it too, he's a genius. Shawn Michaels is a genius.
Oh, well, yeah, he is.
I mean, they are geniuses in their own right in what they do. And Triple H is the smartest, most talented guy out of all of them. And like you said, actually got into the richest family in the business. And now he doesn't have to worry about anything.
He did it right.
Yeah. Paul
I
Heyman.
take my hat off to him. He did it right. But let me tell you guys something. This is on the real.
Okay.
The reason I got into the professional wrestling business is because of Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Wow. Every time, man. I don't like it. I guess it's because my Eric is like Stinger Undertaker. My co-host over here doing the strut just now.
Ric fucking Flair, man.
It's the highest fuck podcast. We might jump up and down strutting.
I love
like Morgan Ellis and Ric Flair here.
I hate Ric Flair, but I love
That's
Ric
good.
Flair.
Yeah, I hate
That's good.
I love him.
Nobody has ever done it like that, man.
Oh, I know. And he got that shit from
Period.
Buddy Rogers and shit. Yeah, Buddy Rogers, right?
Period, bro.
Right, Buddy Rogers?
All
Period.
the guys that you love, everybody that you love was trained by Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan.
I know. And it's
Right.
pain, man. Pains a little bit, dude. The Shawn Michaels one's cool. I'm cool with that. Well, Shawn Michaels is really dope.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the guy that made my first pair of wrestling boots.
Okay.
He took me to Paris, Arkansas. His name, and give me just a second. I went to Paris, Arkansas, and met this guy named Razorback Bill Ash.
Razorback Bill Ash.
Bill Ash is the first guy in the United States to make a pair of wrestling boots. His father, Noel Ash, had a little boot company in Paris, Arkansas, and that's where I got started.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I wrestled about 3 years, what we call outlaw wrestling, where somebody just holds a show and you crap out of each other and try to make it look real. Right, so I did that for 3 years, and I met Bill. And Bill trained me and my partner at the time, and a really good friend of mine, Big Chief Red Eagle. So I want to give a shout out to Bill Ash. He's passed away now, but yeah, man, him and his dad gave me my very first pair of wrestling boots for helping him work on a building, you know, on the weekends. It was crazy, man. I lived the craziest life a person could ever imagine, bro.
I definitely want to hear about it. I definitely do.
I got a lot of stories that make you cry, bro.
Road stories, territory stories. There's so much stuff I want to hit on tonight.
Yeah.
I really do, man. But
Here's an example. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh my God. That's my dude.
Now listen to me. I was working for Texas, right?
Okay.
Well, I went to the hotel, and there was Jake. He said, "Come in." I'm Jake. I told him who I was. Shook my hand. He said, "Here, let's hit this before my dad gets here." His dad was Grizzly Smith, right?
Yeah.
Well, his dad was putting on a show that I was invited to come to and wrestle Tiger Treads Phillips. And, I mean, there was Jake and his brother, Sam Houston. And I was like, wow. And, you know, I'd been working for Fritz for 2.5 years. And he'd, you know, just close the damn doors. And let me tell you something, brother, that was a crazy-ass life working there. Oh, my God, dude, them boys were out to lunch, bro.
Like, Fritz is a big name, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. World-class championship wrestling in Texas.
Jimmy Hart, not Jimmy Hart, Jimmy
World-class WCCW.
Oh, yes.
World-class championship wrestling.
Okay, that goes back some far shit right there.
A long time ago.
That's how long I've been, bro, that's how long I've been doing this.
I just think it's insane, you know. I also want to talk about, like, you know, let's get this out the way real quick so I can just,
just hearing
just that little bit.
No, just hearing Chuck talk
Yeah.
about what inspired him to be in the business.
Yeah.
I knew we were fine. Like, we had our generation.
Yeah.
We had the guys that came up like us and wanted to wrestle because of the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
We had that.
Yeah.
We've got a guy now who has wrestled with the biggest names in sports entertainment before it really became like super sports entertainment.
What I think you're getting out of that is that other two guys that we interviewed are younger. Like,
yeah.
Like Zombie
That's
Jack,
what I'm talking about. Generational stuff of wrestling.
Goals,
and we're getting into stuff that I was waiting for the guys who said that Ric Flair inspired them to wrestle because I wanted to get stories from them. This is good.
This is the one, especially because our House Fuck podcast started off with old stuff.
Now listen,
which is good from the
you can go on the internet, go on Google, punch in the Iceman Chuck Singer, and you're gonna see Chuck Liddell and myself.
Oh wow!
So do that sometime when y'all are free.
Yeah, do that right now.
There's a little tag team match on there. As a matter of fact, I do believe, and there's things about me and crap like that.
All right, well, I'm gonna get my first burning question. I'm gonna just get out because
let's do it.
This is the question I can't ask Chris Jericho because that'd be a while. I don't think I'll get him on the show. But
Chris Jericho, what a character!
I hate it, but it is an age joke, but it's not a bad age joke.
Alright.
Not a joke. I meant question. I'm high as fuck right now. Anyway.
Alright. Good. So am I, man. That's
good. Good.
In Oklahoma, bro. In Oklahoma, weed's legal.
So that's the second one. That's the second guy on our show.
You just gotta have a license. It costs $200 to get it, and you go buy your pot at the damn store and smoke. Nice. It's crazy.
Okay, so from your age.
All right, go back to your question.
You're 57.
57.
So how is it like to still be wrestling at 57? To be honest, because that's most of the time people cut themselves off of that age, or Vince McMahon does too. He cuts off way before that age, but you know.
Okay.
So some guys don't get the they do, but you know what I'm saying.
All right, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I've been to prison.
Okay.
I did 4 years. The last time I've been home 6 months.
Oh wow.
Okay. So I have a 4-year lapse. Okay. When I come home, I just started hooking up with my old guys and started doing a little bit of shows. But I've had my stomach cut all the way open, all the way down to on top of my dick.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, they cut me deep and wide, bro. I had a lipose tumor growing on my kidney.
Oh my God.
So they had to go in there and take the whole kidney out because it was suffocating my kidney.
Oh, wow.
So I've been home. I can go to shows. People invite me all the time to come to their shows. I pretty much don't go much right now. I'm not saying I won't because I'm sure I will. But times are rough right now, you know. I'm home all the way to the end of this month, so. But I mean, I draw a disability now. I was smart enough to put money back when I wrestled, and I was smart enough to get by. And a lot of guys don't have that, bro.
Yeah.
I got a great wife that works. She's absolutely fabulous, bro. We live in a 3-bedroom trailer in McAlester, Oklahoma.
Okay.
About 4 miles from the biggest prison in the state of Oklahoma. The Walls.
Oh, the Walls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. When I got out, I went and seen the parole officer because I figured you got parole no matter what. Yeah. That's the way it is in Oklahoma, 9 months. I went there, seen the dude. The dude said, I ain't got you. You're done. So I've been free. Finally, I got my shit together, and I'm not going to do stupid things to go to prison like I did. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's good.
But that's just being real and being an honest person, guys.
Yes. Yeah. And I appreciate it.
It's not always been a cup of tea. Life has been hard and difficult. I've been married before several times, guys. This is my 5th marriage.
Oh, wow.
5 times in prison in 22 years. Yeah, enough's enough. Enough's enough, bro. I've had enough.
Yeah.
But now, my point to all this conversation is, I turn the TV on and I try to follow up on what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think anyone ever has done it like when Vince McMahon went to the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah,
every time he walks to that ring, he's got more heat than anyone's ever had in the entire business, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're doing 2 big shows a week, Monday and Friday, and almost selling out.
Yep.
Now tell me how the hell that happens, guys.
Yeah.
For all these years, it's been like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, man. He literally did take over the whole world of professional wrestling. It's not even professional wrestling no more. It's entertainment.
The world of televised
for him.
The role of televised entertainment of wrestling on the TV. Vince McMahon owns the monopoly.
Yeah,
yes.
AEW's coming up strong. So
they'll never be as big as Vince. Nobody ever will.
I don't think so either. No one has yet.
No way.
TNA
no way, bro.
So.
Anyway.
I mean, WCW was close when they were in the ratings wars.
They gave him a run for their money, bro. And one time I made a mistake and said I like WCW. And I was in Puerto Rico and I was trying to get booked in WWF and I made a mess.
So when you went up to WWF, who did you get in the ring with down there?
Where at?
At WWF.
Oh, WWF?
Yeah.
Brian Christopher and Scotty.
Wow, that's too cool.
Scotty Too Hottie?
Yeah, that's too cool. That's Jerry Lawler's son's Brian.
Brian Christopher twice and Scotty Too Hottie once.
Wow, that's awesome, actually. That's really cool.
Yep.
That's my childhood right there. Them 2 guys. Like, I love those guys, dude. They were fucking lit. Boy, the dancings and stuff, man. But this was back when they were, what was his name? Too Hot Scott? No, Too Hot Scott. It was Scott Taylor. It was Scott Taylor and Brian Christopher. Yeah. That was their names, yeah. And Brian Christopher is Jerry Lawler's son.
Those are Jesus' boys, right.
Yeah. So you got to have a match with his son, which is really freaking cool if you think about it. Because we you don't get into wrestling just to not have big important matches or have matches with people's kids or whatever.
Right.
You don't let it.
You get into the business hoping for who you're gonna wrestle one day, or work with, like in a tag team, or
I know
as a mentor or whatever. You get into the business for that, and then
I've talked to plenty of guys that were like, yeah,
you finally achieve it.
My whole thing, do all my wrestling career, whatever, I have thought about matches like that, or had a thought of like, what if I am Undertaker, or what if I got to work with whatever, and it's to them, it's like working with their favorite guy, or the guy that they looked up to,
right,
or someone who actually got into the business. So you obviously want to have a good match, because then you made it if in the wrestling world. You know what I'm saying? To have a strap, to have a fucking anything like that.
You know? Yeah,
anything like that. Any type of,
well,
you know.
The last match not the last match I was in, but right before I went in 4.5 years ago, I wrestled for a little company out of Texas, and I was the Texas heavyweight champion.
Oh, cool.
I have a picture, and I can send it to you probably right now pretty easy, I think. Let me check it out. I can send it on this number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I can send these. Well, anyway, back to the story, guys. In the wrestling business, there is so many wrestlers. And everybody that's in the business wants to make it to the top.
Yep.
And, bro, there's no room.
That's why
there's no room at the top.
You get too many people trying for the piece of the pie, and they all take too much of the pie, and there's no pie left.
Bro, you would have to be, I just don't know what, I don't know.
Guys like Ricochet and AJ Styles get pulled up quick. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? If you gotta be on some muscle.
I wrestled AJ one time.
AJ Styles.
Yeah. He's pretty green back then, but I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bro, I've wrestled a lot of guys. I've wrestled a lot of guys that's been in the business.
That's wild.
And I'm friends. I'm friends with probably 2,500 wrestlers.
Wow. That's a lot of wrestlers. That's way more.
Think about that. 52 states.
Yeah.
2,500, bro.
Yeah, and you've been doing this since, you said the 80s, you said?
Yeah.
And so there's no telling, like you said, you've been to every state.
I want to pose this question the way
this is crazy.
The way I pose it to the other guys.
Okay.
So, Chuck, you've been talking about wrestling in all the different territories. When other guys are in different countries, and I'm getting ready to ask you, about the culture of wrestling in different areas, out of country, in the different territories even, because different territories in the United States are going to have different cultures too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
What, if you can tell, about just the differences between cultures and how people view wrestling, and, your experience in those cultures and the people that you've wrestled in each different kind of area.
I'm probably like the top ones and the below ones, like the ones that are not that great.
Just really about the respect for the business, the culture, and what exactly all of that, the differences between those.
Well, every territory that you work, okay, we'll say WWE, AEW, and TNA for now. Let's say I went to work for TNA. TNA and their guys are going to be different than WWE or AEW. Because of the persona that they're putting out is what you'll get caught up in if you're a part of the show. So, I mean, I've been doing this so long, and I'm married now. I've been married 10 years. At the end of this month, we're going on a cruise. I'm pretty excited about it. I can't wait. But the different companies, the different eras that they're putting out on TV, I wish I was still a part of it. I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Every day of my life, I wish I was there. And even as old as I am, as broke up as I am, if that phone rang right now, I would go. Gladly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I believe you, man. I believe you.
That's
still
what,
got some fire in the tank.
I mean, that's what the business is to me. It was a lifelong dream. I started it when I was real young. I've been a lot of places, had a lot of people on the plate. I mean, I know personally Junkyard Dog and
Wow.
Jake the Snake Robber. I mean, personally know these guys,
Yeah, that's fucking cool, though, to be on a level with those guys.
Right. And
I never know how that
brother,
feels on a lower scale, but
I mean, to put it mildly, bro, there's no one that's been in the wrestling business and made it somewhere big could ever say anything different.
yeah.
I've been to Japan, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Canada.
Yeah.
Owen Hart was a really good friend of mine.
Wow.
God rest his soul.
Rest in peace.
There's so many people that's in the business and you know their names that I've been a part of. One of the first guys I ever wrestled was Moondog Spot. Do you remember him?
Moondog Spot.
He probably before your age because he was old when I was there.
Yeah, he's not one of the Vashons, is he? He's not like...
No. These are way old.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ric Flair to us is to them.
I do know him. I just remember you said
right.
Moondog.
They wore the dog bones. That was my first professional wrestling match, bro.
Yeah,
my very first one.
Wow, you faced him one-on-one?
And the next day, he told me I did a good job, by the way. And the next day, I wrestled Nature Boy Buddy Landale. He just won the Tennessee Heavyweight Champion, and I wrestled him on TV on Sunday.
Buddy Landale, and there was Buddy Rogers.
Buddy Roger.
And Buddy Landale.
And Buddy Landale. And then they gave, I would assume they gave him the Nature Boy.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. It's
Yeah.
He had Landale in the match. That's awesome. That's fucking crazy.
And he said I had a hell of a job kick and I did a good job. That's what he said.
That's fucking phenomenal. I love
And
it.
I was green, bro. I was green.
And that is fucking killer there. I want to have a match with Landale.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane, bro. That's one of my favorite ones.
So,
on the Nature Boy.
I also like this idea of asking people like who their guy is. He already told us who his guy is. His guy is Ric Flair.
Right.
Like his inspiration
Right.
is Ric Flair. So
You should always ask that
yeah,
to anyone you talk to. Ask them why they're in the business.
Oh, definitely. That's been our go-to question.
Yeah.
Right.
last
The reason
two-
I got into the professional wrestling business was because of Nature Boy Ric Flair.
and so you said that, and I have always said my reason for wanting to be in the business, my inspiration for everything I love about wrestling was Steve Borden. And that would be who I would want to aspire to wrestle with or work together with or whatever in the business.
Yeah.
So, have you achieved that moment? Have you been with Ric Flair and worked with Ric Flair?
Okay. I have never worked with Ric Flair. However, I do know the Nature Boy. And he pretty well knows, I've followed him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
Would that be it's time to hang up the boots moment for you?
it really is, bro.
Yeah.
It really. I mean, it's like Rick, man. It's the same deal. Don't think he won't put on a pair of boots and get in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't think he won't, because he will.
he will go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already did, man. Jay Lethal.
Guys like him and guys like me would go to our death
Yo,
over that damn business,
Well,
bro.
you know, his retirement match with Jay Lethal.
Right.
I watched that match. And
Yeah, I did too.
It was, I love Ric Flair, but it's time.
It was time before that, I believe, because it looked so sad.
It was time before that, and he knew it.
It looked sad. It was just wild, man.
But listen, when you're in the damn business, bro, you go where you gotta go to do what you gotta do. It don't make a fuck about the paycheck. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I get that, too. Like, I really...
It's crazy, bro. It's the craziest fucking business in the world.
That's at least...
That's what makes it so interesting.
I mean, hockey players beat the shit out of each other. That's probably a real rough sport. You know, you got...
my grandpa was a hockey player.
I mean...
yeah, millionaire.
I don't know, bro. It's just, if I could do it all over again, bro, I'd start where I started and do what I did.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I really don't blame you.
Bro, I've been in the craziest places, doing the craziest things with the craziest people you can imagine. Wow. You would have never guessed some shit I've gone through with people.
Hey, let's get into it. Let's chop it up.
Take the Snake Robbers, bro. Seriously bad. He was on crack, bro.
I know he was. Man.
Yeah.
I smoked so much dope with him, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm not lying. I'm being for real, bro.
I would have too.
We drove up and down. Bro, he had a fucking van, a conversion van, because he was selling, oh God, let me think of it, snake line. 1-800 snake line.
Oh, what the fuck?
He had this chick put all this money, gave him a van. Him and I rode around in the fucking van, and he never did shit, bro. He was supposed to go to motels and sell this 1-800 snake line. There's stories.
How do you get to a point in your life where you can do whatever the fuck you want?
Yeah, I know.
How do you get there?
Yeah, that's amazing. You get into the professional wrestling business. Apparently.
Right.
Gotta be smart though.
Well, let me tell you guys, I'm not no hero, fellas. I've done the craziest, stupidest shit you could ever imagine. And I'm still alive, still kicking.
I guess that's the most important thing, though.
Yeah.
And that is the most. I got a beautiful wife. I got kids that love me.
So, you got kids?
I got kids. I have, my kids are a mess, but my wife has 2 daughters. I have a boy and a girl and a boy, actually.
Oh, did you?
My daughter lives in Florida where I used to wrestle, and my son lives, oh God, my son's a mess. Somewhere in California, who calls me every now and then, anyway. And then I have 2 wonderful daughters from my wife.
Oh, wow.
Audrey Danae and Skylar.
No.
Skylar's, they're both, Skylar's married and has kids and lives her life. She's fixing to be an RN. Very proud of her. And my daughter Audrey's a CNA at the nursing center right down the street from where I live here in McAllister.
That's cool.
Yeah, so positive things can always happen to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
And everybody knows how much I love wrestling. My kids know, everybody. Bro, I've walked away from so much, so many times because of the fucking wrestling business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I've walked away and left everything for the fucking wrestling business.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part right there to do. Because you're on a mission in life. You know, as single individual people, we're all on a mission. If you have that mindset, you have a mission to do. And sometimes you just have to do it. And
I
it's
know.
sad. It's horrible. It's not that horrible if you think about it, because you're making a life. You're trying to make a life for your loved ones. You know.
I am. I just don't want them to follow in my footsteps. Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went off there for a minute,
No,
guys.
you're good, dude. You're good.
Wow.
It's a very emotional topic.
Yeah, it's no judgment here. This is like I like inspirational stuff, and that's what we're about on this show. We're about everything.
Right.
I am totally honored and glad that I'm doing this right now with y'all.
And
I don't know who listens. I don't know where it's gonna go.
Let me get some views.
But I feel like this conversation today may open the eyes of some people, that need to care.
And we didn't even know we needed this tonight either. That's good shit, dude. That's
you don't know how bad I needed. You don't know how bad I needed you guys today.
Oh.
You really don't.
Wow.
I needed this.
That touches me, man.
Thank you.
Man, we love you, dude. We do. We love you here at the podcast, man. We love you.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much.
Something just
told me. Life, man.
Something just told me to hit you up, and something told me to get you on my show. Something just told me I go with the world, And I've gotten 3 inspirational ones out of it, if you think about it. If you actually think about it. I got 3 impactful good ones out of it. Out of just going with my gut, going with what I say to myself. Do this, do that, do that. I might have shot a lot of shots out there. I did. Oh my God. I shot some shots, dude. But the ones who actually have replied, actually, I could get to crying too if we get to think about it, man. This is a lifelong dream of mine, is just to talk fucking wrestling.
Yes. And to get, I love it, man.
And the fucking
guys, I've been
to stories and shit personally.
I've been to some crazy places and things, bro. Absolutely insane. Kerry Von Erich used to be in the back, bro. Kerry Von Erich only had one leg, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people don't know that, but he only had one leg, right? He was so effed up on horse tranquilizers and horse steroids. His music would play, and we'd say, Kerry, go to the ring. Your music's playing, brother. Oh, okay. I'm Kerry Von Erich. And then he'd walk off and go to the ring. That's why his music played so long every time he went to the ring.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And it became a thing. Ric Flair's always done the real long theme,
Yeah.
And he's one of the few guys that can go an hour and make you like the whole fucking hour.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of guys that can do that.
Fucking match every time.
Yeah, every time, bro.
Well, that's where he gets my respect.
So you take all that and you say, hey, wait a minute. How come none of us ever made it real big to the top,
Yeah.
I mean, some of us, there's so many of us that breathe and eat and watch and live wrestling. It's incredible. If it's affected me like it has, can you imagine how many other people are going through the same shit I'm going through?
Yeah, that's true.
I have, like I said, 2,500 Facebook friends that are something to do with wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, golly. But on the real, man, I hope people make it. I hope people live their dreams. And if you got to wrestle in front of 200 people, then go do it.
Yeah,
that's all I can. If that's what's in your blood, go do it, bro. It'll either take you somewhere or it won't. There's no guarantees in the wrestling business. None.
There ain't none. No.
No. Fuck no.
I've been told.
Fuck
I've
no,
been told.
bro.
I got ideas for you, Matt. I got ideas for you, and I'm just like, I'm waiting on them. I give you ideas already. I want to be a manager, but I don't have my transportation in line to go do manager stuff right now. But I do have a guy, Jimmy Love. I don't know if you know what Jimmy Love, but handsome Jimmy Love. But
Don't ring a bell, but I don't know.
He's the promoter. He was the promoter at one point, and he's not now. But for Pure Pro Wrestling down here in North Carolina, Virginia, and but yeah, I was trying to get on there with them doing the manager thing. Have this top hat and a whole fur jacket, the whole deal, and I just know I can do it, but there's no, it's like it's like you said, it's fucking hard to get into this thing. It's really hard to fucking keep it going, and if you can, then do it. Because you take your opportunities and you run with them. That's why, like doing all that helped me get to where I'm at right now. And right now is, to me, what I'm doing right now is more important than me doing that.
Yeah.
I'm able to.
That's good though. You switched it.
All that. I'll be able to do positive stuff.
You switched it. You should be proud of yourself, bro.
I am.
Because it takes. Sometimes you just gotta switch gears and do something else, man.
That's true. That is very true.
You do. But sometimes it just sucks, and that's the way it is. You gotta do what you gotta do to make it. So if that ain't happening for you, whew, I know it's hard, but shit, well, I drove 100 miles and wrestled for a hot dog and a Coke.
Yeah. That is the most truest statement a wrestler can make. I swear to God.
Is that?
I've told you that for years now. That's a handshake. I say a hand job.
That is the absolute truth, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we put the show on anyway.
But sometimes you have to go out there and do it like that to get the name out there. Like, a lot of wrestlers won't come on my show because I have to pay them. So Sabu, the great Sabu, Terry Brunk, I can get him on my show, and I asked him how much he would charge me. He said 45 minutes, $400.
Wow.
And I'm like, God damn. And he was like, where can you meet? And I haven't messaged him back, okay? Because that's scary territory right there for me.
Yeah.
But, like...
Bro, he ain't going to tell you nothing that I just told you, and I don't have nothing bad against the dude at all. I've worked around him. I have never worked him myself personally. I've worked around him before. He seems like a great guy. Bro, a lot of professional wrestlers do a lot of things for money.
Yeah, I know. And in the back of my head, I'm like, if I had that type of money, I would actually throw it at him. Not throw it at him, but I would throw it his way.
But listen to me. Why would you spend...
I don't know if I want to, though.
Why would you spend that kind of money on a guy like Sabu that's... he's a different breed of people.
Yeah, that's true.
And he does a different breed of things in the wrestling ring.
I guess it's just a mark in me.
We all have some of that, brother. Trust me.
You goddamn have to have it.
You have to be a fan of the business.
Have it, bro.
It's real to me, damn it.
You've got to have.
You've never been a professional wrestler if you don't think for 1 second that you gotta have that.
No, you have to. Man.
Shit.
You gotta have your respect about it though, because you can't just like
Absolutely.
Out in the back of the. I did learn that. Like when I was learning that shit, they were like, if Cactus Jack was to walk back here, you can't do all that weird shit because you're in the locker room, dude. You can't. If you're back here with the boys and you're part of the show like that, you're not gonna be doing that, dude. You have to be
right.
If he comes up to you,
You
talk
be
to
respectful.
him.
You talk to him.
You introduce
You don't
yourself.
talk to him before he talks to you, though.
You introduce yourself. No. You introduce yourself. Sam yada yada. And then,
before he approaches you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
a set situation. That's what I was told. Like a good handshake.
Let me tell you how it was then compared to now.
Yes, let's get into that.
Okay.
That's an interesting thing. That's like comparing cultures of yesteryear versus now. Yeah.
In 1989, when I went to Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, my very first professional match, okay?
All right.
You walked in the locker room last, and you shook everybody's hand and sit down in the empty seat. That's it. That's all. If someone wanted to talk to you, they would come and talk to you.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's the way it was way back then.
That's how I would have approached the situation. Coming in green, not knowing anything, I would have.
Yeah. So when I go to anybody's show, usually, pretty much now when I go to the show, a lot of people know me. You know, in these parts where I work all the time and know everybody and blah, 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 blah. So everybody wants to come up to me and shake my hand. Now, you guys know how you shake a man's hand is how he works, right?
Yes, I do. I've heard that. If they're too
Okay,
hard on
okay,
it, or they're
good.
too stiff, then they're stiff in the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Bruiser Brody
Interesting.
or Stan Hansen.
So if they're too
Or,
soft,
I can go on for days on stiff motherfuckers.
That,
Okay.
bro, that is the absolute truth. How you shake a guy's hand in the professional wrestling business in the locker room is how you work.
I'll be an in between, like not too, because I say the word dainty, but I don't want to be too that because you know you don't want
hey, you give a good
to
firm
like, oh, this
handshake, but it's
motherfucker's
not.
soft.
It's
You know,
not overly
Yeah.
firm.
You don't want to give a Miz handshake when you know he's soft style, king of soft style. You know, he's you know. Look, let me stop talking shit about people. Look, Miz is a professional, and he's just one of the smartest wrestlers of his time and where he came from. I'm telling you, like, you know, now we got Logan Paul coming through like him, but it's different with
It's the
Miz.
next generation's Miz.
He is smart, but anyway, back to the,
Fine.
whatever.
Yeah, he is.
It's like, you know,
I
dainty, but
will take my hat off to the Miz because he's there, he's doing it, and he's getting paid.
yep, he's present and he makes his voice heard. So I mean, he does his thing.
I mean, even you don't see his buddy John too much
No, he's out.
on the wrestling, but he's still working.
Yeah.
He's still wrestling for WWE. He just, they don't use him on TV or whatever, but I mean, he's still working.
Oh, that's cool.
So, you know, it's, you don't ever really know who's working in the big companies.
Yeah, you really don't.
I mean, you think you know, and you watch, and you know, I don't know how much y'all watch wrestling, but I watch it a lot myself still.
Actually, too much.
But I bet you Jake don't watch it a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bet Mark Calloway's not watching it as much anymore.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
But
probably.
listen, if it's in your blood, you'll always turn it on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure he watches Monday Night Raw every once in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm sure he
pay-per-view.
does.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely keeps the Peacock handy so he can watch
We
WWE.
all, I'm pretty sure we all do, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. It's on all the time. Right?
Like I said, I got 2,500 wrestling friends. I guarantee they all watch some type of wrestling.
Yeah.
They're watching their prospective next brand, whatever they're going
Right,
to.
whatever that is, you know what I mean?
So y'all have like Ric Flair's.
So I got a guy that called me and he wants me to go to India.
Oh wow.
But I can't, bro. I'm a convicted felon. You can't get a passport.
Oh, shit.
So I can't go. And that hurts.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it hurts. But it's the facts. I'm stuck.
That sucks.
You know?
It really does. Yeah.
I don't have to have a passport to go on a cruise. Is why I'm taking my wife on a cruise for her 10th year anniversary at the end of this month.
So you can work in Canada and Mexico. Because I don't think those borders you have to have a passport, do you?
Yeah, Canada.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And Mexico, I think. Yeah.
Both countries now you have to.
Okay.
The only place you really don't have to is go to like Puerto Rico or like, see, I'm going on the boat. We're starting in Galveston, Texas, and going all the way to Cozumel, Mexico.
Oh, cool.
But I don't have to have a passport
On the boat,
because because I'm leaving from the United States and coming back to the United States.
Right.
So we get to do it, you know. I promised my wife if she would graduate drug court. Oh, let me think. 5 years ago, 5.5, 6 years ago, I would take her on a cruise. Well, she graduated drug court. Well, I got in trouble and got locked up, so there was 4 years gone by. So anyway, we are now to the point where it's our 10th year anniversary on the 30th of this month.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. How a woman... Now understand, I've been married 5 times. I'm kind of like Ric Flair. I've been married a few times.
Oh.
And do you know why I've been married so many times?
I don't.
The honest to God truth. Do you know why?
I could not even want to guess.
The business.
Business.
The fucking wrestling business.
Okay. I was thinking now.
Four times X out because of the fucking wrestling business. Straight up the truth.
That is the
because I couldn't leave it alone, fellas.
Wow.
Hey, you could be not leaving other things.
I could not leave it the fuck alone, guys. If that phone rang, I was gone. Didn't give a shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's that faith in it. That's that.
And women don't take to that. They don't take to that too kindly.
Yeah, they don't. It's kind of hard to find someone who would be completely understanding.
Yeah.
It's hard.
This wife I have right now, bro, she don't let me get out of line.
That's good.
You start TV and watching all the wrestling. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Don't be thinking that.
No. Believe it or not, if I'm watching wrestling when she gets home, she sits down and watches it with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how badass my wife is, bro.
So she doesn't say, "Don't get no ideas."
No, she don't tell me that.
She's like, "You ain't going back."
Let me tell you, I was gonna go wrestle this weekend. Okay.
Oh, cool.
My buddy called me from Texas. He come down and wrestle. I said, okay. I tell my wife, I said, babe, we're going to go to Texas and wrestle. She said, no, you're not.
Huh?
I said, what? She said, no, you're not. I said, babe, I already told him I would. She said, babe, call him and tell him you're not. I lost, fellas. She beat me.
One. New house.
I'm telling you, bro, she's got me.
She's the one that's going to...
She's perfect, John. You hear me? Listen, we don't ever fight. We don't argue. We don't raise our voice at each other. None of that shit ever, bro.
That's good to hear right there.
Oh, God, I was in prison, right? And they sent me to the hospital, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, when you're handcuffed to a bed, they won't let you call your family.
Yeah.
So I was there about 3 weeks, and I finally talked to the guard and let me call. So I called her, and she was like, oh, my God, I thought you were dead. Anyway, so we hung up, and then I couldn't call her. I was in the hospital for 2 months. So, another 5 weeks? I couldn't talk to her. And girl, God, man.
Wow.
She about tore DOC apart.
That's okay, so that's inspirational as well, because you might have had, you might have to go through like 4 other people.
Right.
But look at there, you found the one.
Hey,
so it goes to all you viewers
He found
out
his
there.
unicorn.
It goes to all you people out there listening.
Here's the thing right now, guys. At 57 years old, I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm winning.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't own a fucking house with 40 acres. No, I don't own none of that shit. But I'm winning, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, any of that.
Every day I win, fellas. I got a great big huge ass fucking TV in front of me, a surround bar and a speaker over there, and I mean, I think I'll take some pictures and just send them to you and just show you how we live.
Hell yeah.
I mean, we ain't got no complaints, bro.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting to live life, and it's sad because you can't live life and wrestle.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, bro. You can't do it. Nobody does it.
Yeah.
Nobody in the professional wrestling business.
So you either retire eventually and just, officially live your life and really just get to enjoy life.
Or just get to the point that you want to get.
Or you become Ric Flair.
Who can't?
And you just never, you never
Terry
stop.
Funk's actually the worst.
Terry Funk, you never stop.
It's actually the worst case scenario. I would say Terry Funk just goes.
Those are your two outcomes.
But you can't.
But he won't live in them. Because I've seen a documentary on him.
But you can't be Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. That's why I really respect,
Hey, I'll tell you the truth, bro. If I could be Ric Flair, I would be. I promise.
Yeah.
That's the straight up facts.
Yeah.
Until
Ric Flair officially dies, there will never be. I mean, the Undertaker's up there. There are other guys, of course, but
yes. Yes,
there is. 24th, 25th.
I mean, I love guys. I mean, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, the DX. Come on, bro. I know all those guys, Fucking great.
Yeah, fucking Hardys and man.
God,
so
bro. I've
been
in the ring with so many people, fellas.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I've been in the ring wrestling. The Rock and Roll Express, the fucking, God, bro. It goes on and on and on.
Who's your favorite, your top, I guess famous guy or whatever you want to call it, that you've wrestled or been in the ring with or had done anything?
Let me think of one of my favorites. Probably a match with Tommy Wildfire Rich.
I know Tommy Rich. I know who he is.
We did a tag match. He was with Dennis Condrey.
I know Dennis Condrey.
He was one of the Midnight Express with Bobby Eaton. Okay.
Yep.
Those two guys wrestled me, and I had a green tag team partner.
That ain't no good.
I mean, green as shit, bro. Fresh in the business. Didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
Damn.
We had a fucking match in Boaz, Alabama.
Oh, cool, yeah.
This guy, God, let me think of his name. Mike, Hammer, I think. Mike Hammer. Do you remember him on WWF?
The Hammer? The guy that was I think so.
Big dude.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, anyway, he holds these shows every weekend in Bumscrew Avenue, and they'd sell out, man. It was crazy. I wrestled Dennis Condrey and Tommy Wildfire Rich, bro, and we had a hell of a match. We got a big pop. It was just incredible because Tommy Wildfire Rich, bro.
Wow.
If he ain't drunk, he ain't wrestling.
Wow.
So, I'm sure it's not that way today, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, back then, that's the way it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. But that was one of the best matches I'd ever had. And then another time in Texas, Gary Hart. You remember him, the bald-headed manager?
Yep, I know who Gary Hart is.
Okay. His son, Chad Hart, started in the wrestling business. The first night he wrestles Tiger Stretch Phillips, they had a pretty decent match. The second night, we was at the world-famous Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas. And I wrestled in 2 out of 3 falls, Chad Hart. And me and little Chad tore the fucking house down, bro. We got the biggest pop. Bro, me and that kid fucking tore it up. It was a great match. I'll never forget Gary was out there, you know what I mean? Oh, cheater. It was fantastic, guys. That was one of the best matches I ever had.
You ever work with Jimmy Valiant?
No, not actually work him, because you gotta remember I'm 5'9", 220 pounds, guys.
Yeah.
I've never been in the real big time league.
Yeah.
I've always wrestled tag team or junior heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Let's see.
And that boy didn't even take a freaking backdrop or whatever you call it. Not a backdrop, a bump. I mean, a back bump. Never took a back bump in his career. I liked him when he was Charlie.
Who?
Freaking Jimmy Valiant.
Oh.
Old Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he probably don't bump anymore, guys.
Yeah, he don't bump at all in his career. I've never seen him take a bump in his whole career, dude. Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I guarantee you don't, fellas.
Yeah, you don't. Go watch some Jimmy Valiant, some damn Charlie Brown matches. He used to wear a mask, and he's Charlie Brown. But you watch some shit, dude. I'm high on some Jimmy Valiant, dude. I fucking love that man. I know him personally. Like that's probably my most famous one that I know personally.
Oh, right.
Jimmy Valiant. You know.
Hey, he's a cool dude, fellas.
Yeah,
way cool
really
dude.
Is. He be forgetting me sometimes, but
right.
It's all good. He's an old timer.
What's he doing now?
He's still doing his camp, doing his little wrestling camp,
Right.
and a lot of guys that I used to do things with in the wrestling business, pure pro wrestling, they're still going up there doing matches and stuff.
Another thing you could realize, you could get is like a Jimmy Valiant, running a wrestling camp. So you're still in the business, but you're finally living your life if you can find that spot in that niche. Open your own store, open your own business that's related to wrestling.
I was a kid too.
And start being kind of like a trainer. Do you think you could live life that way and still be in the business?
Guys, to be quite honest with you, in Coweta, Oklahoma, I used to have a gym. And I had a wrestling ring in a gym, and I trained guys, and we held shows with Junkyard Dog and Bill Ash and Gentleman Chris Adams.
I know Chris Adams. He got in a lot of trouble.
And myself. We would work Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, right in there in Louisiana. And all 4 of us would run shows, and we would invite each other to the show. So we were working 4 nights a week, making $150 to $200 a night. Whoever run the show made more money, of course. But I was with Chris Adams, Gentleman Chris Adams from Texas, the alcoholic. I was with him the night before he died. He just did the normal thing that he does every night, and it just got him.
Yeah.
So, I was with Junkyard Dog the night he died. We were going from Oklahoma to Arkansas, and he's smoking crack, getting his dick sucked by 2 chicks, driving down the highway, and falls out. Kills him. Yeah.
That's insane.
And Bill Ash is gone now. So I guess old age, got him, and I don't know, man. It's like I said, bro. I've lived the life.
Yeah.
I've been up and down the roads. I've been in airports. I've been in planes. I've gone to Japan, Mexico, Canada, Puerto Rico, Dominion Republic, even.
Oh, wow.
Crazy shit, bro, in my life. But now I look at all of it. I look at all of it, bro, and I wouldn't trade one damn moment ever.
Neither, man. That's traveling. That's something no one gets to do sometimes. You know, like a lot of people in this world that don't get to travel. Nowhere. Not even outside their own state.
Yeah.
You know, and for
Crazy. I was telling you about that gym, bro. The gym I had. I was telling you this because you asked me about training. Well, guys don't train the way I was taught to train anymore. You know,
very few places like that. That's rare. Like pure pro wrestling still does, but not.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, you think about the Rock and Roll Express. They got a school in Tennessee. Bro, I don't know, man. It's insane, bro. The way they treat you. Some of them, when you get into training, you know, some of them just beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
I mean, guys like Ronnie Garvin. Ronnie Garvin had a school one time. He had a school one time, and they fucking called the police on his ass and fucking threatened to shut him down because he just beat the fuck out of you when you pay a little bit of money to go in there and see his ass.
Oh, damn.
Ronnie Garvin did that, bro. Crazy son of a bitch.
These are guys I can like watching. I like Ronnie Garvin. You know.
So,
I like Barry Harwood.
bro, I've been up and down the road, fellas. I've been with a lot of guys. Sting and the Dingo Warrior.
That's,
you know what I mean?
Warrior and Sting, yeah. Dingo Warrior.
He was the Dingo Warrior in Texas, and then went to Vince as the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah,
anyway,
Dingo Warrior is like, I don't like it.
I knew.
They were the Blade Runners.
Both of them guys, when they were the Blade Runners, I knew them.
Yeah, they're Blade Runners. Yep.
Bro.
That's my ultimate team right there. Fucking love them.
I mean, I've had so many memories and so, when I went to WWF, bro, Owen Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Bret Hart rode in my 84 Cadillac Eldorado I had when I lived in Texas.
I love it.
It was a chrome top two-door, burgundy sides, and white velvet-like. No, not velvet. You know, seat cover. They were white. And yeah, we drove down the road, bro.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, bro, there's so many stories of guys in the business, and I mean, it's like one-man gang. Here's an example.
Oh,
George is the most lovable man you've ever met in your life, and loves his wife, bro. But the one-man gang acted out. You know what I mean?
Run wild.
Huh?
He let the gimmick run wild.
He did, didn't he?
It takes two different parts of your personality to be this person.
Yeah.
You have to be.
So you can imagine what my character is, kind of like Ric Flair's, in a sense. Okay. Well, I mean, bro, I've been up and down the road so much, and for so many years, I have so many stories. I really thought I should write a couple books, bro.
I say you do.
And I'm really.
So that's your retirement plan.
Really,
You've got.
I got the paper out today, and I started today. As a matter of fact, after I got you guys' message, something drove me, and I started writing.
Yes.
So I'm probably gonna come out with a book.
Nice. That'd be good.
So. Anyway.
He's getting off call real
Hello?
quick, but yes, let's see. What else could we talk about? shoot.
Yes.
Oh me. We've hit on a lot of different things, which is good.
Yeah, we have. We talked a lot today.
I've been waiting for like an interview that was like this because it's going a lot further back, and it's awesome. Like I've been wanting to hear some of these stories and like hear about a lot of these guys that I looked up to or I liked growing up, and like or or at least just know something about them. Like and it's cool to like hear these stories and just know that, like
Right.
and it's crazy, dude. It's like. This is like, cause what got me into literally doing the podcast thing. There's one man that I owe everything to, and that's Jim Cornette. 100%. Jim Cornette's my Ric Flair.
Say it one more time.
Jim Cornette's the man that got me into podcasting, and that's the damn truth. Like your Ric Flair is that made you wrestle or whatever. That is Jim Cornette's what does me. So. And he's one of my he's my all-time favorite.
Do you know why I made you repeat it?
Why?
Think about it. Jimmy Cornette is the ultimate. Mouth.
The best.
The absolute best, bro.
And I didn't like him growing up, to be honest, because I was a kid. You're supposed to hate him. But once I grew up and understood, and I was like, dude, he was doing his goddamn job. This man is on fire. Paul Heyman is one of my favorites,
He'll
too.
Get his mama after you.
What?
He'll get his mama after you.
Oh, I know. He'll get Mama Cornette on you. Yeah.
Jimmy Cornette is the finest of all fine, my friend.
And his podcasts are just, I listen to them every night. I go to sleep with them on. I wake up to them. I mean, it's all the time Jim Cornette sometimes. And I just like hearing his voice. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start doing my show. I do the format show by myself, which that's just like, just me, the latest stuff or whatever the fuck that I do. And then hit like this show right here, the Highest Fuck Podcast. It's like, I do a lot of the like old school wrestling stuff, and I talk about a lot of different topics, and just overall, it's just like it started off old school, and then just like kind of just went into this, and then I always wanted to do interviews and stuff, so shot my shots, and here we are. I've done a couple interviews before this, like before I got my co-host on, and they were at actual shows, like after their match or something like that. I would kind of like the guys do on TV. That's just something I've always liked doing. I like talking to wrestlers. I like hearing about their stuff. And I had this guy on there. He just did this whole straight gimmick. And it was amazing. Like, he was in character the whole fucking interview. And it was just the most amazing thing ever, ever.
That's cool.
And so it just pushed me to do more. And so I wanted to build a brand, build a channel. And it's been 3 years going, and it's taken me this long to get to 100 and some people and all that. But the views have always been pretty good, and I just kept my head up and just kept doing it and grinding. And
let me tell you something. You're doing a fantastic job.
Appreciate that.
And I don't know where you'll go with this life of the Iceman Chuck Singer. But I'll tell you, it's been an absolute privilege and honor to talk to you, gentlemen, today about things.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'm just blown away in excitement.
Oh.
So thank you two very much for this.
My co-host had to leave the room for a minute.
Sparked an old timer's.
Oh my God! Sorry, I was gone for so long.
You're good. He's just telling us that he appreciates this.
Dude.
That Oh yeah, keep say what you're saying. Sorry about that. He had to leave real quick.
Do what?
Sorry about that. He just got back from his phone call.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, gentlemen, I don't know what else you'd like to talk about. I'm available, ready.
Okay. Well,
So,
we can
spit it out, gentlemen.
Ask your question.
All right, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I was trying to get at right here. Is like, you know, definitely was gonna say that this doesn't have to be the last time that we get on and talk.
I promise you, I'm gonna save your number.
All right.
And please save my number and feel free to text me, call me, message me anytime, anyhow, and I will respond.
Cool.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
That's awesome.
I do make sure that, believe it or not, I spend, I would say probably an hour to an hour and a half every day responding Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Messenger is a really good way to speak to me. So I will definitely save your number as well. I'm going to send you this picture I got right here.
Yes.
All right.
See if I can do that right now while we're still talking. I've had a blast myself.
This has been great.
Yeah.
Brought out a lot of memories and a lot of different things in my life that
I look forward to reading your autobiography because I am very intrigued. When you get that written, I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. And
Deal there.
plus, definitely, we can do this again.
And I want a first edition signed copy, and I will pay you for it.
Okay, guys, you got that. Let me send you this. Let me see if I can get that over to you. I can't yet, but.
I'll probably have to get it in a minute.
Okay, there we go. We might have to hang up before me to send it to you, fellas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you just plugged your book for the last ending of our podcast.
Okay.
Plug anything else that you got coming up, what you're doing, what's going on with your life, your socials, all that stuff, so you can have a chance to get your stuff out there.
Okay. I go by Charles Singer. Now, I would have to tell you a little story how that happened, and I'll be happy to you if you'd like me to.
Okay.
My wife met me as Chuck Singer.
Yeah.
The Iceman Chuck Singer. That's how she met me. Okay. I got into it with a couple fellas, and I whooped the shit out of both of them. And my friend could have helped me, but he didn't, the little bastard. Was saying, Chuck don't give a fuck, Chuck don't give a fuck, Chuck don't give a fuck. Well, my wife comes home, we get home, she wraps my hand up a little bit and says, your name is Charles. So for 7 years now,
I love it.
My name has been Charles Singer. Always the Iceman, however.
That's so man.
I love it.
What I'd like to say is I want to thank you two gentlemen for taking the time to just speak with an old timer, you know. It's been real exciting for me, and it brought back a lot of memories, and I'm sure we're going to speak again, and I'm sure I'll be able to tell y'all more stories at a later time.
Oh, hell yeah, we'll make a series of this.
But I want to thank you guys personally for what you're doing, because I believe if you're speaking to any guys out there in the wrestling business, they would be honored to be a part of your show.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
That means a lot to me. Like, it really does.
Wow.
Like,
That's the absolute truth, fellas.
That's dope.
That's word. That's
You guys,
church, whatever you call it.
You guys brought something out of me that, man, you know, it makes me proud to be who I am and what I've done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
there's a lot of guys who can tell you the same stories I have, blah, blah, blah. But it's that time that lapses in our life that we think nobody cares when they do.
That's true. That's real true.
My biggest fan in the world is my wife.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
and because of her, I've become the man that I've become, which is a really good guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I could be that guy, fellas.
yeah.
I didn't know. 4 marriages, prison, blah, 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 blah.
Fuck.
I didn't think it was possible for me to love and care for people.
Or to have the same back.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate you guys today. You don't know how much it's meant to me and how much it's going to mean to a lot of people that you talk to. I don't know if every conversation's like mine, but I'm just being real.
This is the most different one at the time, and this is the best one also. It's a really good episode right here. This is a really good show right here. It's inspirational. It's where I want it to be. It hasn't been just about one thing. It's been all over. It's been good. It's been just a really good interaction here tonight. I love it.
My wife made a joke.
All right, let's hear it.
When we were outside, when I was outside just a minute ago, she was talking about, she.
Right on, brother. Right on, take a minute.
Reminds me very much of your wife, but it was funny. It also makes me think about it, but she was talking about how it might be, how grown wrestling fans, such as ourselves,
Right.
it's very hard to find any that would be or have a high enough IQ to carry on an intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Which, is a dig at wrestling fans being dumb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it's a bit of a joke there to actually have a conversation, find it refreshing to have a conversation with fans of wrestling that have an intelligence quotient that's actually on par with actual human level, to have a real good, an intelligent conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I was thinking about, a guy who's been in the business forever, who is a hero.
Yeah. Pavement.
I mean, as much as he says he's not, he is a hero in the business.
Yeah. But
to have that, to get to that point where they,
did a lot more than a lot of guys out here did.
But never be,
but they weren't a hero though.
They lived that life, but never got to be Ric Flair, and feel that.
Yeah.
And have that soul-crushing reality happen is just, I can't imagine.
Yeah, what a mind pierce through.
What an emotional roller coaster, and having to lose everything for it, and then never being able to achieve what you really want to achieve.
Yeah, I think strength in your mind and your everything. I had something better to say, but your strength, your will, and all that stuff is way more important than thinking about people thinking, oh, you didn't win the world title, or you didn't do this, or you didn't go there, or you didn't do this. Or
we talk about guys all the time.
That long.
We talk about guys all the time
who
have been on TV like this and been all around like this gentleman. Hacksaw Jim Duggan's another one that he achieved it. He got to WWE. He did all the stuff. He's been on TV. He's done it all. But never really got to be there.
Yeah.
No, I never did, boys.
He got Jim Duggan got held back. He never got a
title.
So you could be in the company
I've been
and
on
still be
TV
getting
a lot, fellas. I've been on TV everywhere I've been, but
that's awesome.
Man.
Sometimes all that stuff doesn't matter. It's just how much you wanted it at the end of the day, and your passion for it.
I've always wanted to be a superstar on WWE or TNA or AEW. I've always wanted to work with those companies. And even though I haven't, I've wrestled almost everybody in the business.
Yeah.
At one time or another. Or been on the same card, I should say. Not necessarily wrestling them.
Right.
But been on the same card. And if you take all of that from guys like me that just... I just didn't think there was anything else in life but professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's changed so much. I mean, it's night and day compared to the way it used to be, fellas.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it used to be. The shows are nothing. The biggest wrestling crowd that I've ever wrestled in front of was 62,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot.
In Texas Stadium, I wrestled the missing link.
What?
Yes, sir.
I know his real name and I can't think of it now. Oh my lord.
Dewey Roberts.
Yes, Dewey Roberts. That's it. Yeah. Oh my god. I love that man.
We wrestled in a three-pyramid cage.
Three-pyramid cage?
Above the ring in Texas, at Texas Stadium.
Fucking shit.
62,000 people,
He's the
bro.
rarest. You won't find any matches They're hard.
So, I've had a lot of fun, and I've wrestled in front of a lot of people, and I've been on TV, and I've done most things that most people can only fathom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
I've been on the same cards with guys that you never would think that you would be there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Really
It's, let me Road Dogg Jesse James.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Is Bob Armstrong's son.
Yep.
Bob Armstrong he
Bob.
was the booker at my first two professional matches in Tennessee.
Wow.
One against Moondog Spot, one against Buddy Landell. He was the booker. So, he had a son, Brad was his brother. And I believe there was one more, but I don't quite remember. But I think there's one more brother. But those guys, we were all trying to, it was like we all had this dream.
Yeah.
And everybody in the professional wrestling business that strive, I mean, come on, bro, Jake the Snake Roberts can get booked anywhere he wants, anytime he wants. To this day, it's the same. Why isn't he doing it, fellas? You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because he can't. It'll kill him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. All he can do is manage Lance Archer, or whatever his name is.
So, to put it all in a nutshell, I wouldn't trade a damn thing ever in my life. I wouldn't.
That's a good way of looking at it.
And I've had some hellacious ups and some hellacious downs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade none of it, fellas. None of it.
That right there is powerful.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
I love my life, fellas. I love what I do, who I am, what I represent. I can be lovey-dovey, emotional to my wife if I need to. Or I can tell the truth on a podcast.
Yeah.
Or I get to just be me.
Yeah.
and have friends. Like you guys, I consider you two my friends now.
Yeah, me same.
You know, a long-lasting relationship. I have several people in my life. I don't know if you've ever heard of these guys, but one guy is named Robert Bush, Big Chief Red Eagle.
Big Chief Red Eagle.
I don't think I need
Do you remember that name?
It sounds familiar, but
I don't know.
It should sound familiar. He is my best friend. Let me think. 1983 is when we met.
Mm-hmm.
In a little town called Coweta, Oklahoma.
Coweta, Oklahoma.
Never heard of it.
And we are still friends to this day.
Yeah.
I've watched all of his kids grow up. I've watched the grandkids come about. I'm not even allowed to knock on the door if I go to his house. No one will answer it. That's how close I am to the family.
Yeah.
And I have another friend, Cole Crittenton, a professional wrestler, a Tulsa County Sheriff guy used to be. Long story, I'll tell you all that sometime. Do you remember Steve Cox that worked for Mid-South Professional Wrestling in Oklahoma?
Sounds like
He
I
was
should.
Dr. Death Steve Williams' protege.
I think so. I think that's ringing more bells. I like Dr. Steve Williams.
We're still friends after all this time.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, when I become friends with someone, I take it to heart.
Oh yeah, I'm
And
serious too.
I believe that we became this way for a reason.
Yeah.
And whatever that reason is, we should strive to find it, to make it happen, because you never know when it's going to be about the dollar bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone's in your life, you never know when it's going to be, a time's going to come up when it's going to be about money.
Yeah.
And so do you shake hands, or do you owe the person, or do you see what I'm saying with this?
Mm.
There might be a time in our lives where we meet and become something bigger than what we are at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially you guys and what you're doing, because it's right.
Yeah.
And if you're right, there's nothing on this planet that can make it wrong. So congratulations to you two fellas. You're doing a fabulous job. You should strive and go and keep pushing.
You know what that means then, Joe, right? There's
That's
gonna be a
my
lot
advice.
more. So
That's my advice to two guys that's got it together. Y'all are lacking something. I'm not sure what that is. I ain't nobody important. You guys are lacking something
I don't know what
to
that
make
is.
this bigger.
Mm.
So you need to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to think about that, fellas, because you guys have a great thing going here, and there'll be a lot of wrestlers that'll tell you stories kind of like mine. And those are the ones that are the most important.
And those are the ones that are the. Oh my God! I just realized what it is.
What is it?
We talk about the war vets as kids, the Vietnam veterans, all those people that we should have listened to their stories, but as kids we were not able to understand how important that was.
No, we wasn't.
Yeah.
But for the older generation of professional wrestlers who still are who they are, but have lost that.
Yeah.
And need to find a way to spin it.
Right.
We still care about those people.
Yeah.
I see that.
And that is what matters.
Yeah.
That is what matters, fellas.
Yeah. I don't really.
What
I
you
mean,
got?
I just
What
love
you got?
gold. Like I have to.
What you guys are doing is absolutely phenomenal. And I mean that with every breath I take.
I appreciate that.
You guys have something going so good that no matter what it takes, you need to find out whatever's missing and put it in there.
Yeah.
Guys like myself really heartfelt, absolutely love what you're doing.
Yeah.
And there's more guys that will tell you the same thing. There's a difference between talking to a professional wrestler or talking to a guy that's been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you talk to the guy that's been there and done it night after night, day after day, wife after wife, prison sentence after prison sentence, and finally, the real truth is, if you can't go to a big company, you can't make it.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, you don't go to a big company, you don't make it. There's always wrestling shows all over the world. You can go and they'll pay you a little bit of money and you can wrestle. No problem. Anywhere, everywhere.
You can make a little money to survive.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a little money. So
Yeah. I mean, I could make 15 phone calls right now and be booked 10 places.
Right.
That's just the way it is. But it's because I've done that, because I've been there, you know?
Yep.
I still speak to guys that still do things, you know?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, I don't feel like a person has. Well, let me think about that. I don't think a person has to live in their character. I think you can be both people who you betray, because really the Iceman Chuck Singer is really not much difference other than I'm not as rude. I don't disrespect people for no reason. Oh, wait, there is a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you see where I went with that, guys?
Yeah. It's like Steve Austin. On TV, Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin is just Steve Austin, amplified times 100, but...
He's not Steve Williams, right?
Right.
From Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right, bro.
Because it's them, but it's not them.
Right.
Yeah.
The Iceman Chuck Singer, bro, is one of the dirtiest players in the game. Just like Ric Flair says, I cheat, I lie, I cheat, I steal. That's the way it is. Now I'm bald head. I used to have real long hair, but now I'm bald head. I lost all my hair from steroids, so I shaved my head off a few years ago. Anyway. But am I the same person? Probably not.
No.
I probably changed, guys.
Yeah.
I really have. I probably changed. And really the reason why is because of this wife I have.
Yeah.
And people like you guys is what makes me the better man.
Mm.
That's awesome.
That's the absolute truth, guys. What you guys have done to this evening with me, and what my wife has placed in my life, is absolutely the greatest feeling in the world.
Right.
And I owe it to you guys. I'll reward my wife later, but that's just... I still got a little motion in my lotion, fellas.
This went XXA as fuck.
Hey.
AF, I mean. Whatever. I can't even talk right now. Oh,
So,
man.
so guys, I want to thank both of you gentlemen. I will keep this number in my phone. I will reach out from time to time, and if you guys ever think about making me want to talk or whatever, feel free to call.
All right.
My usually till noon is not a good time because my wife works nights right now, and so she sleeps till about noon.
Okay.
So I try not to bother her, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
But from noon on, it's noon till midnight, you know, I'm available.
Okay.
So it's right now. It's 10, about 5 till 9.
Yeah.
Is that what time it is there?
I think so.
What time is it? Oh no, it's
10:56. I mean 9:56. 9:56.
almost
Oh,
10.
it's almost, yeah, it's 5 till 10 there, right?
Yeah.
5 to 10.
You guys are probably tired, ain't you?
No. Heck no.
You're like me, you tell wrestling stories forever, huh?
Oh my God, I would love to sit here and chat with you forever and think about more questions, but
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. When I get back from my cruise, I'm gonna plan a little flight to come and see you, gentlemen, and we're gonna sit down and talk.
Oh wow. Okay.
wow.
Fair enough.
And
Fair
we'll
enough.
and we'll share a pipe.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll get high as fuck. I'm a high as fuck.
Hell yeah.
We will do this when I get back. I promise you.
Nice. All right.
I'll have to stay home for about a month, you know, to ease Mama off, but
All right.
All right.
I'll make a flight and come and see you guys.
All right. Sounds good.
All
And
right.
we'll get somebody else on the phone
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
sure. I know lots of guys.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm excited to stack. I can't get too excited.
Cool.
I'm good.
Who would have ever thought, gentlemen?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna let you gentlemen go.
All right.
Lessons
I'm
fall
gonna send these
everywhere.
pictures right quick on this number.
All right.
I absolutely love and respect 1,001% both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you, man.
Much love, brother.
It's been a real pleasure for me, guys. Absolute pleasure.
Us too.
Yeah.
Just
This
did
is
a lot.
awesome. Thank you.
This did a lot for us too. It was like,
All right, guys.
I love it.
Catch you on the flip.
All
All
right.
right, man. Check it.
Peace out.
Bye, buddy.
There we go. Dude.
That was
That guy.
That went where I didn't even think.
Holy fucking shit.
That went where I didn't even think it was gonna go. I didn't think it was gonna get no
Dude.
old school stories like that. I
That
didn't
guy
think
was
that.
so fucking cool.
That dude's cool, dude. Yeah, man. We got future shit. You heard it here. Future shit.
All right, that was
Yeah.
disrespectful. I'm sorry. I just marked out really hard, but
It's fun. We got a little excited. We got things that are coming up, man.
dude, that was cool.
That's the dopest thing ever. Like, he said he's got connections. I
That's
wonder what
cool.
the fuck.
He offered.
Yeah, I'm like thinking now my mind's racing. Like, who?
Who we gonna
Jakey?
get?
Jakey?
Who we gonna talk to?
Jake Snake? You know what I'm saying?
Jakey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Is he gonna bring the Cobra?
I don't know. Who does he know? You know? Who does he know? Who knows? Man?
Dude.
So, we don't know.
He just said we were missing something. That's what we're missing. The connection.
Yeah.
I think that. I mean,
I don't know.
maybe
I'm
we
trying
could
to
add a
figure
little
out.
something else, but I don't know what it is yet. We'd
Yeah.
have to sit down and think of it sober.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
This has been.
I am freaking flabbergasted.
This
It's
has
crazy,
been-
man. It's crazy. This is insane.
This has been.
Man, people, we got some steps.
Wow.
Like and subscribe. I know
Like
it's been a long one,
and
but, hey,
subscribe.
you know what? Jim
Do
Cornette
it.
shit's this long, and I told him when you were gone, I was like, what does it for you? Like Ric Flair, Jim Cornette does that for me. And he was like, repeat that. And I said, Jim Cornette. And he was like, you know why I told you to do that? I was like, wow, because he's the greatest of all time. And I was like, oh, this is dope, dude. So That right there, man. I can't even speak right now. It's crazy. So just to have someone just talk to us like that, and and now we have like a friend and shit. It's cool.
Dude.
I don't know exactly what this is, but I guess it's
Wrestling matches.
Yeah, this is wrestling matches framed.
Pictures of matches.
Mid-South wrestling. So he was in Mid-South. So freaking Jim Cornette, my guy, worked with him and
it was a booker. Yeah,
booked him in matches. So we just literally just talked to a guy tonight that was booked by Jimmy Cornette.
Dude.
What?
Guy has connections.
Yeah.
To Jimmy Cornette.
I hope so.
You love Jim Cornette.
I hope so. He ain't gonna meet me. Maybe a phone call or something. But he ain't gonna meet nobody. He's COVID out. And he is so like.
Do a Zoom chat.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
That way you could actually meet him.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. Like we did with Zombie Dragon. Mm-hmm. That was a great interview. So far, guys, we've had 3 interviews just now.
Yeah.
New interviews, the new way of doing it, and they've gone pleasantly good. They've been we went 100% tonight. We just
we just knocked it out of the fucking park.
We just went bam, and we're going in.
You want to go with a sports metaphor since we're a sports show?
Yeah.
We did not ever review the Super Bowl like we said we were going to.
No, we did not. We did not. There you go.
We are a wrestling podcast.
Hold on, is that the belt?
Holy fuck!
Is that the belt I know?
Dude.
I think so.
That's dope as fuck, bro.
I think that is the belt. So, yeah, that's cool. That's freaking dope, dude.
Don't be all like... Who are you going to introduce me to?
No, I'm not. That is definitely not coming out of my mouth. I'm just going to go with the flow, bro.
Ride it.
Yeah.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, ride the wave, yeah. Wow,
This has been
the
High as Fuck Podcast with your boys,
Matt Jackson.
And Joe. Motherfucking cool. And we're out.